What up, what up, what up? Big Bow working on the Dodge Neon. Actually, we're gonna tear down the Dodge Neon today. So tear down as in take the rear assembly off, front assembly with the engine, get this thing lowered, take out the dash panel, the ECU and everything else, and have a fresh swap platform. So let's work on that today, should be fun. So tearing down a Dodge Neon is interesting. SRT4 front wheel drive. So the rear assembly has no drive shaft, no power going to it or anything. As you can tell by the drag slicks on the front and spare tires on the rear. And yeah, so under this car, it really will be quite simple. We'll unbolt the sway bars, unbolt the heim joints on both sides, undo the coilovers. What else we got? More torsion bars, suspension joints up front to unbolt, and cut all the lines. And then the two rear assemblies should just drop together. So that's going to be what we do in order to maintain all that stock geometry. I'm going to leave the sway bar attached to both ends, and then hopefully it just drops out, or it will just drop out. So that's the process for the rear. Let's go talk about the front. It's a little bit different, so to speak, because there's a entire engine in the way. So it looks like we've got 4 or 6 bolts holding the suspension together, sway bars, coilovers, and then steering and everything attached to the dash. So it will be quite a bit more complicated, but not impossible. So the goal here is to get the rear assembly out, pulled over here in front of the powder coat oven just to get it out of the way, get the whole motor front assembly out, put it out on the engine crane, pull that out, and then pull the donor vehicle in, and then use the crane to put the engine in the front, rear in the back. So pretty simple, a lot of work, a lot of unbolting. So let's just get right into it. All right, so kind of a easy drop here is taking off what's 8 bolts, cutting a couple lines. I did cut the e-brakes. I'll probably run Willwood hydraulic e-brakes eventually, so not really worried about those. Regular brake lines just unbolted from the chassis. Then I cut the hard line so I can still reuse that connector. But yeah, just completely dropped out. So here's how the good old Dodge Neon looks without a rear axle assembly. So on to the front. Actually, first I think I'm going to remove the fuel cell and clean up the rear wiring, like label everything and curl it up, because I want to save the entire wiring harness so I don't get any bad ECU gremlins, so to speak. So I want to save that, so I'm going to label the wiring harness and then start removing stuff from the back end. So going to work from there, but good progress here so far. I will check back in after I get done babysitting my own kid for a couple hours. Come back here tonight, so should be good. I'll check back in a bit. All right, new day, new dollar. You know how it goes. Got the fuel cell out, started labeling some of the wiring harness. I'm about to pull all the seats out and get those out of the way, because the next step's going to be a whole lot of plasma cutting and everything else to free the SRT4 from the sarcophagus of a Dodge Neon that's holding it. So my plan, as I stated before, is to save as much of the running and driving car as possible. That way it's a really easy swap, and just move that over to the new vehicle. So taking all the skins off, going to break it down to the frame, basically clean the frame up. And depending on which vehicle this goes in, because I do things fly by wire, and I don't know which vehicle I'm going to put it in yet. Depending which vehicle this goes in is going to determine if I save the firewall, if I take things off the firewall, if I save the engine mounts, etc. So we'll figure that out as we go. All I know is the next step is going to be taking these seats out, listing them for sale, listing this carbon fiber hood that's all sun faded, and going from there. Because once those are out, I have a nice interior to work with, and I can start plasma cutting, playing with fire. So yep, should be interesting. Let's go ahead and start tearing down the rest of it. Actually, let's get the interior out first. And just like that, everything's out. So I guess I'm going to tear up the wiring, pull the wiring up to the dashboard, and keep removing body panels. We're gonna get somewhere today. I'm not sure where, but we're gonna get somewhere. Just a little POV here, since everything's out and I can sit in the car nice and comfy. It's always so interesting checking out the collection of stickers of whoever built this car. And obviously it's had 10 owners, you know, but whoever built it just really had fun with it. I love the memories and things like this. I don't love it enough to not tear it up, so it's definitely getting chopped still. But it is just interesting, little POV perspective, you know, perspective on everything. Nothing sacred though, chop it all up. That's kind of the go-to here. So nothing sacred, chop it up, don't get it right, just get it running. Let's color in where we're gonna cut on this Dodge Neon and open this thing up. All right, it's been about a month and a half. I'm working on the step-side Dodge. Instead, this has just been sitting here, but it's about time to get it taken off. So here we are. Gonna go ahead and get that Sawzall cut, free the windshield, cut through the body, and free up the entire front engine assembly, front suspension, engine, dashboard, everything, and move that to in front of the bug where it's gonna sit in storage till I get my fiberglass parts. So, yep, big cut here, and 4 casters welded on the bottom, quick and dirty to roll it onto the trailer. So I think this is gonna work in my head. We'll see if it works in real life. All right, I have a ventilator on, so I probably sound like Darth Vader. As you can see, clean Sawzall chop at the A-pillar, plasma cup upright into the glass with the welding blanket covering the wiring to get the entire front windshield assembly off, minus a little bit over there. We'll go cut that. And plasma cut plus Sawzall for the plastic through the middle. So let's go ahead and flash warning you guys and give this a little Zeus. And yeah, that was the only part of it holding on. I've obviously lifted it up a little bit in order to create some friction. So yeah, anyone want a Dodge Neon? She's pretty. I dig the style. All right, guys, so that's it. That was fun. A little bit scary, but fun nonetheless. Guess I can let the lift down now. Yeah, fully cut down the middle, cut at the windshield. All the front goodies is for what I want. Sitting in the front, the rear, sitting in the rear. So let's go ahead and get this pulled out, get it loaded on the trailer, and keep going forward here. All right, guys. Dodge is done. It's been a minute since I worked on this video. That's why the end of this video was a little bit rushed, but everything's done and chopped up. So let me tell you about the next steps. All right, so plain and simple is, for now, this project's gonna get moved next to the Beetle because we're still waiting for like the 3rd month in a row on all the trick fiberglass parts. So we're gonna move this, this thing, whatever's left of this, whatever you wanna call this, outside in the rain, undercover, under a car cover, next to the Beetle itself. So no further update on this, but I am still planning to front end swap, you know, floor pan, chassis, firewall swap, body swap, whatever you want to really call it. I'm planning on using this powertrain for the VW Beetle. I think that's a cool idea, and that's what we're gonna do. So this drivetrain, you know, chassis, whatever's left of it, will end up going parked next to the Beetle. And then we'll pull the Miata in, get started working on the Scat Pack Miata swap again, and work on the truck on the side, outside whenever the weather's nice. So that's the update on everything. But here's how the caster situation works with the remaining carcass of the Dodge Neon. So if we take a step over here, you can see, yeah, rolled fine, push it by myself. No big deal on any of it. Everything's stuffed inside. Got a local guy on Facebook taking it for free, undoubtedly taking it to go get scrap. So here we are, gonna let it park out front to piss off the HOA. I don't even know why we agreed to move to an HOA house, but I digress. We're gonna leave this out front and let everyone see the glory and horror of the Dodge Neon and what remains. Just taking some more videos because it's quite the show we're putting on here, rescuing this SRT4 engine from the Dodge Neon ugly body sarcophagus. Anyways, gonna put this in an even uglier car, a 71 Volkswagen Beetle. So let's go ruin a Volkswagen with an SRT.